Today we are going to be making some fake rocks. Now if you've been watching my channel for some time, you might have seen these basic hides that I have from my blue-tongued skinks. The truth is, I absolutely hate these hides. They look really ugly. Even though they serve a good purpose, I want something that looks more natural. In this mini tutorial, I'll be showing you how to transform a piece of insulation foam into some naturalistic looking fake rocks for your reptile enclosures. These are lightweight, durable, and most importantly, look awesome. Here's one I prepared earlier for my young alpine blotched blue-tongued skinks. It doubles as a hide and a basking spot. These guys absolutely love it. In this video, we're going to be making one for my western blue-tongued skink enclosure, so follow along and let's get started. Now after we've cut out our basic shape from the foam, what we're going to do is start using this hot wire foam cutter. So these things are absolutely awesome. They make cutting the foam a breeze and you can really shape it well. You can really get that curvature to the rock and really shape things in a way that is much more natural looking. Also take note of the fact that I'm outdoors and I have a fan blowing away all the fumes, because this thing does produce some toxic fumes and you really don't want to be breathing that stuff in. So for this build, I wanted to make the rocks sort of stacking and going higher. So I've made some extra bits of foam that I'm going to stick on top. Again, same method with those, carving them out with the hot wire foam cutter. And then we're going to be sticking them on with this product here. This is called Gorilla Glue. It really sets things really nice and solid together. And it actually creates a kind of foam-like substance in between the layers. And it's just pretty easy to use. You just follow the instructions. The surface does have to be sprayed down a bit, it has to be wet for it to activate the Gorilla Glue. And after a little while of setting, it's rock solid. So once we're happy with the overall shape of our rocks, we're going to be changing over to the more soldering iron type tip, and we're going to start carving out some lines and small details. Now a few of the techniques I'm using is simply just drawing lines on it, sort of following the natural cracks and crevices that the rock might have. Also sometimes do a bit of tapping with the soldering iron and sort of making some dimpling sort of marks, that sort of thing. And sometimes I'll just hold it on and let it sort of burn right through a little bit to make some big weathered parts of the rock. Now don't be too concerned if you go a bit overkill with all this line work and aging and things, because once we coat this with the tile pointing, it's going to lose a lot of that detail. So if you want some bits to really show out, you've got to make it quite nice and deep and pronounced, because it is going to get filled in a bit later on. Now because this is going to be a hide rock, I've actually stuck some legs to the bottom of it so the animals are able to crawl underneath it, and now we're just going to foam and cut the foam to make sure it all blends together well. Now it's time to cover this. This stuff's called tile pointing. It's really good product. I was actually put onto this by my friend Luke Nedheim over at Big to Scaly Beasts, as well as Cam from Cam's Custom Backgrounds. These guys have been using this stuff for ages. But basically you can paint it on, it turns rock hard, and it's actually a bit flexible as well, and it's got a really legit rock look. It's really good value for money as well. This giant tub didn't cost too much at all, and it's going to last you a very long time. So for this first layer we're going to put on, we want to wet it down quite a lot. Make it quite watery so it's easy to spread and easy to cover everything with. Now that we've done that first layer, all the next few layers will stick way easier. We don't have to wet it down as much either, because it should stick and spread quite easily. Now for these as well, we can add some color to it. So these are cement oxide colorants, so you can get them from Bunnings as well, just like the tile pointing. And for this one, you can obviously see I've mixed in some red. Now you can do as many coats as you like, but I find usually 3 or 4 is more than enough. As long as you cover everything, it'll hold nice and solid. So once the layers are dry, we can now start painting for some extra detail. So right here I've got some non-toxic acrylic paints. These are again just from Bunnings in the craft section. Really cheap, real easy, and we're going to be doing some dry brushing with these. So using very minimal paint on the brush, not wetting it down at all, so it's really on point. And we're just stroking little bits all over the rock to highlight certain areas. You can use darker or lighter colors, whatever works for you, whatever you like the look of, but it really helps to give that realistic effect. Now if that's the type of look you're going for, then you're absolutely done. You can leave it at that. But for me, I wasn't happy with it. I wanted to change it to a different color that would suit the enclosure a bit better that I wanted to put it in. So I changed it to the sandstone coloration for the Oxide, and we're going to paint it from there. So here we have some of the finished product. Now this is one of the ones I made earlier. As you can see, they're super light, you know, you can just throw them around, they're really durable. And here's the one we've just finished here. I think it looks pretty cool now. I much prefer that sandstone look personally. I'm trying to find a better red color to go with it. But underneath, it's still got the red. So I mean, it's just up to you, whatever you like. And just to show you a bit of the comparison there, these rocks down the front here are actually real rocks. And yeah, that's compared to the rock we've made. So it's quite similar. It's pretty legit. And yeah, these are much heavier, obviously. Whereas these are nice and light, so they're not going to crush your animal, and they're easy to move in and out of enclosures to clean and everything like that. And yeah, they work absolutely awesome. So, you know, you can design them however you like. It's all up to you how you want to paint it and everything as well. But yeah, I think these are a game changer for me and my enclosures. So let's pop it in and see how the animals enjoy it. So here we have my adult western blue-tongued skink enclosure. They're actually under here sort of brumating at the moment. There they are. They're really not doing much. They've barely been out. And it's just been too cold for them, so they've been away. But let's pop this in and see how it looks. So it is designed to be a corner piece, right in the corner there. And there we go. Looks so much better already. So you can have multiple pieces in the enclosures as well to really tie the whole look together. You can also add some plants, decorate it as well to help it all blend together, as well as adding a bit of soil on the top there to make it look like it's been there for a long, long time. It all ties together really well and looks absolutely awesome. So much so that the female westerns decided to come out and check it out. And she's having a bit of a look around, albeit very slowly, because she is quite cold at the moment. She's absolutely beautiful. You can see how awesome it looks in there with her. Absolutely love that natural look. So much better and so much more exciting to keep the animals like that. So I'm going to put her up there. Let her have a bit of an explore around. And she should absolutely love it. Now how cool does that look? Looks like an animal in nature. That's what I love to see. Why not, while we're at it, let's add in a few of her little babies so they can check it out as well.
How cool is that? They're growing really well, as you can see. They're not quite at mum's size yet, but they're getting there. What's great about this is it doubles as a hide as well, so they can get right down under there, they can squeeze in nice and tight, and if they really want to, they can actually push it up if they want to get even deeper and deeper, which I think is really good for the animals. It's sort of like tactile comfort. They can feel really nice and wedged into something, but then it's not going to risk crushing them or anything like that. So they can go right down inside and feel nice and secure, just like that. Off you go. Go check it out. I love it. Best believe I'm going to be making some rock backgrounds using this method for some new enclosures I'm going to be making soon. So stay tuned for that. So at the end of the day, I think it's just a really fun thing to get creative for your reptiles and just do something fun, and it just makes things look a bit more natural, a bit more exciting for the keeper. And hey, it's a bit more things for the reptiles to do. Now they have a bit more of a 3D environment where they can climb up there, hide under it, and do all sorts. So it's a benefit all around, and I absolutely love it. I hope you guys have learned something today, and again, I'm pretty new to doing this technique, so I'm going to refine it over time and get better and better as time goes on. Let me know down below if this is something you think you want to do for your enclosures, and if you end up doing it, make sure you send me a photo on my Facebook page. Follow me over on Coop's Reptiles. Otherwise, thanks for watching, guys. Subscribe for more Australian reptiles, DIY builds, and so much more, and we'll see you next time.